of Ferguson becomes overwhelming. Even our vehicles are stopped by armed officers. It feels like a military checkpoint. You know, I am outraged just watching it. And can you imagine a car full of African American men or a car full of young African American men? I'm outraged that they've got armed, uniformed military people talking about searching citizens, telling us that we can't go in the street. It pains me that the situation has spiraled so far out of control. The response to anger and sadness and grief is the National Guard and tanks in the United States of America? I don't understand. I don't understand.
So how do you think our young men feel when they see this? When they see the tanks and they're greeted with M16 rifles, and yet you can't come and talk to me like a decent individual. I feel like I'm treated as an animal. I literally feel like I'm in a cage when you treat me like this. Well, if you think that that's bad, when you get down here and you see all of the police, I promise you, you'll have a different perspective.
As Pastor Lee walks me to the protest, armed men continue to watch and follow. I'm not even stopping.
Wow. Sorry, it's fine to go over here right in line and everything, but if we could just have y'all stay out in the middle of the street.
Okay.
They have to say something. They have to say something. They can't
He said that
leave
he just need
alone.
everybody stopped in the
They
middle of
have
the
to
street.
say something. And the National Guard presence only gets more intense.
And they're still being deployed in. Those buses, those are the
Josh, do you
buses that
see
they're,
that?
those are the buses that they're coming in on. They're still being deployed. Not only do they have anybody follow us, but they have something that's waiting on us.
It's not. Yeah, but that's okay. They can wait on us. They can follow us. What is going to be required so that we don't let other people's reality determine our response and reaction? They're following me. What does that mean to me? What does that change? What does it change my name?
It doesn't change your name.
Does it strip my gray hair?
It doesn't.
And how much does it cost for this Hummer to be out here tonight? Do we have any idea?
I have no idea. We have money for wars, but we can't feed the poor.
Right.
So again,
Tupac.
we're feeding
He
the
quoting
financial
Tupac.
system, but yet our children are suffering.
The ones who throwing rocks.
The ones who are throwing rocks. So when you really look at it from a flip side, when they say, well, I'm throwing rocks because I'm angry, I would be angry too if I see a military vehicle coming down my street when I have to catch the bus. And then I have to go to sleep at night listening to a helicopter fly over my head.
So they expect the worst.
They're expecting the worst.
So we can't act the way they expect us to.
You're absolutely correct. And that's why I said we have to have an intellectual response. I can't go down here and take my rocks and throw them.
We have to have a disciplined response. As I walk these streets, my heart breaks to feel all of the pain, sadness, and anger.
There are young men over here, and they're prepared with gas masks. They're expecting for the police to come in and close them in.
By the time I meet up with my 13 community warriors... So, oh, here's the 13! Yay! I see my 13! I find out we aren't even allowed to peacefully congregate.
You know, and that's the thing. They tell them you can't stop. You have to keep moving. If you stop, then we have probable cause to arrest you.
The only assembly point they have approved is when she decided to move to the area.
Okay, so can we go? Where we going?
We gotta keep moving. See?
Okay. We have been asked, although there's peaceful conversation, we have been asked by the police officers to move to the approved assembly area. As we approach the approved zone, more protesters join our cause. So, Tim, this need not be.
Yeah.
How do we get unused to it?
You know what? For the first time in my life, I feel like we have something to stand for.
I rally everyone around and ask one of my warriors to make a clear request of the community. So one of the things that they asked for, I'm going to ask the brothers to come forward and tell you, because I'm an outsider. I don't want to come in your community telling you anything. Come and let's ask for what it is that we're requesting.
You know, you ask anybody out here, they're gonna say justice or peace. Right now, I'm not really able to say actually what we want. You know, I don't know exactly what we want right now. You know what I'm saying? I do want answers. You know, they're asking us for 14 days to stop looting, violence and everything, so they could basically speed up the process with the case. We're asking right now if we can give them they 14 days.
14 days, stand down,
14 days.
hold the
That
peace.
does not mean
No
that we
violence.
don't, that does not mean that we cannot walk
14 days.
protest. We can
Stand
walk and
down
protest.
peacefully. No
But what we're
violence.
saying is those that are out here for the wrong reason, throwing rocks or causing problems, we're not behind y'all with that.
Right.
We're not behind with the looting.
Right.
This is history. You got to find a way.
We gotta do something. This is too dangerous. We're asking, and everybody to ask 5 other people, 14 days, no violence, no looting, and hold ourselves accountable for it. Look at who these young men are. Raise your hand. I just called them together out the street to ask them their stories, to ask them what was going on so that I could hear, so that I could know. And they're rising to the cause.
Tomorrow, these men will rally for peace.